The person who's joining us today in this podcast, Brain in You, is somebody very, very special to me. One of the people I respect a lot in the space of therapy, and that is Radhika Puvaya. Thank you for joining us here today, Radhika ji. I'm very excited and I have lots of questions written for you that I want you to answer because these will help the parents in our community understand ABA even closely, understand autism better, and get rid of a lot of confusion that they have in their mind.
Okay. Thank you, Vandita. Always a pleasure to meet you, and I'm happy to be on the show and clear misconceptions of autism, about which therapies to use. I'm happy to share my knowledge.
Okay, so let me start with my first question that your whole career when you started, you were a speech pathologist. So what made you become an ABA, that too a BCBA, which I hear is extreme qualification, and very, very few BCBAs are there in India. So what made you become an ABA from a speech pathologist?
So when I started my first clinic, I started it in 2002 because I wanted to focus on working with children myself. Before that, I was in an organization in which I couldn't directly work with children. I had to monitor a teacher or I monitor a student to do therapy. So that with that aim, I wanted to start my own center. I had 18 years of experience working with different other disorders, not autism, because autism itself was a new disorder. Children were not referred to us. Only around 2000 that we started hearing about autism. Okay, so in 2002, when I started my own center, I started getting children with autism. And I went to NIMHANS, to my colleagues who work in NIMHANS, to try and understand how are we supposed to work with them. So when I started getting children, I was totally confused because they show such atypical behaviors. And I said, how can I help these children? Because some of them could sing songs, but they cannot answer a single question. They won't follow instructions. Another child would give commands to me all through the session. Do this, auntie, do that, auntie, I want that, I want this. Moment I ask him, can you show me something? No response. Or a tantrum, he throws the objects out. Then I understood that this is very confusing. These children are very atypical. They don't have a language disorder that is easy to treat. It is an atypical development. Correct? Some of them are singing rhymes. Some of them have learnt all the alphabets, all the colors, but no meaningful speech. So this question was eating me up. And I said, is there a solution for this? Luckily, I had a Bengali mother who came to me, and she had an 8-year-old son who was difficult, had very minimal communication, who had severe behavior problems. So she found out that there is ABA, and two of them brought the first ABA, organized the first ABA conference in Chennai. And they invited me and said, do you want to join us? I said, of course, because I am not able to find solution. Because as a speech therapist, I am trying to bring some items and show him some objects. I am trying to teach him how to say, maybe say ball or a biscuit or a book or amma. But the child is just not paying attention to me. So I said, how do I break this wall that he has? And when I attended the first conference, I understood that this approach, ABA approach, will really bring a change in our children. And the professional who had come gave us clear steps on what to do. And I think I just picked it up so easily because I was ready to learn something different because the traditional way was not working.
So in these many years, what did you figure out that what is autism? है क्या autism?
So autism इतना बड़ा definition होता है ना? ये नहीं होता, ये नहीं होता. बेसिकली क्या है कि ये बच्चे को कम्युनिकेट करना आता ही नहीं है और उसको इंटरेस्ट भी नहीं है. वो अपने दुनिया में है. He is happy in his own world. He is not even asking that I need therapy. He is not even aware that there is something different from him. He is not aware in the early stages especially. So if he doesn't want, you can teach somebody who is willing to learn. But this child is an unwilling learner. So what do you do with such children? So I said, this child with autism is different because unwilling. Now I have to convert this unwilling learner to become a willing learner. And just speech therapy or even occupation therapy cannot make learning of language happen. So we can do a lot of other things with children. We can teach them to throw a ball, we can teach them to do puzzles with a traditional approach. But language, how to learn to communicate, that is not happening with regular traditional speech therapy.
So, what should a parent do the moment the parent notices any autistic features? तो उस टाइम पे पेरेंट को सबसे पहले क्या करना चाहिए?
अभी इंटरनेट आ गया है तो पेरेंट्स को रिसर्च करना है, सर्च नहीं, रिसर्च करना है कि क्या है. द मोर पेरेंट अंडरस्टैंड्स ऑटिज्म, अंडरस्टैंड्स द चैलेंजेस द चाइल्ड इज फेसिंग and understand what each therapy offers, then they can make an educated choice. So parents have to do some research because there's enough information on the net, but it's difficult to figure out what is the right information. Otherwise, you have to find a professional to guide you appropriately. But if you go on the net, it's very clear that ABA is established from the last 50 years, that it is well established. So how do you establish that something is working? In a medical field, if you take, if I have to say paracetamol works, how did they do the research? They did before, without paracetamol, what was the fever? They gave paracetamol, fever dropped, therefore, and then they do many trials like this, which proves that which proves that fever है तो paracetamol देने से fever कम हो जाएगा. तो ऐसे ही हमारे फील्ड में भी डेवलपमेंटल प्रॉब्लम्स जो बच्चे को है, इस फील्ड में भी ट्रायल्स करते हैं. 20 बच्चों को थेरेपी, रेगुलर थेरेपी देते हैं, 20 बच्चों को बस ABA दिया. ऐसे स्टडीज़ जो किए हैं US में, इसी से एस्टैब्लिश हुआ कि जो बच्चे ABA इंटेंसिव लिए 2 साल तक 4 घंटा पर डे, उनमें से 47% बच्चे रेगुलर हो गए, डायग्नोसिस भी निकल गया. अब वो ऑटिज्म डायग्नोसिस भी नहीं मिला, उनको नहीं है. तो ये पहला स्टडी था 1960s में. उसके बाद ही लोगों को इंटरेस्ट आ गया कि अच्छा ये इतना बढ़िया काम कर सकता है, बच्चे को डायग्नोसिस से बाहर निकाल सकता है. और उन्होंने दिखाया कि जो बच्चे ट्रेडिशनल रेगुलर थेरेपी जो कर रहे थे, उसमें बहुत मिनिमल कम्युनिकेशन में बहुत मिनिमल चेंजेस आया.
तो दिस यू आर सेइंग जो बच्चे जब डायग्नोज होता है शुरू में, जो सबसे पहली वो थेरेपी लेते हैं, तब ये रिसर्च हुआ था कि शुरू में जब बच्चे को डायग्नोज हुआ, एक को ABA दिया, एक को कुछ रेगुलर दिया, तो ABA में बहुत ज़्यादा इंप्रूवमेंट आया कि उनका दे केम आउट ऑफ दोज सिम्टम्स. सो व्हाट आई डू हियर फ्रॉम पेरेंट्स, देयर इज अ लॉट ऑफ कन्फ्यूजन अराउंड ABA. दे फील इट इज़ अ वे ऑफ ब्राइबिंग, कि कभी चॉकलेट दे दिया, कभी कुछ और दे दिया, चिप्स दे दिया, और बोला कि ये करोगे तो ये दे देंगे. एंड इट इज़ ऑल्सो एक्सपेंसिव. सो ये जो एक इम्प्रेशन है, इज़ इट द राइट इम्प्रेशन?
ABA एक नया फील्ड है, तो नेचुरली बहुत कन्फ्यूजन होगा, है ना. जो भी नया आता है कन्फ्यूजन होता है. और आई एम थैंकफुल दैट आप लोग ने लिया रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी कि थोड़ा पब्लिक को अवेयरनेस दें इस मामले में. तो ABA इज़ अ साइंस ऑफ बिहेवियर चेंज. मतलब क्या, कौन सा बिहेवियर हम सेलेक्ट करते हैं, उसको चेंज कैसे करते हैं. देयर आर डिफरेंट मेथड्स टू चेंज बिहेवियर. तो हमारे बच्चों में क्या प्रॉब्लम है, बैठते नहीं हैं, अटेंशन नहीं देते, इनिशिएट नहीं करते, बात थे इनिशिएट करना नहीं आता, हमारे क्वेश्चंस का आंसर नहीं देते, फॉलो कमांड नहीं करते. तो ये सारे बिहेवियर्स हुए. बिहेवियर बस ये नहीं होता कि थ्रो करना और throwing things or hitting children is not only behavior. Any behavior a child does is behavior. So we make a plan to change all these behaviors. And in all of us, you and me also, if I don't want to do something, मेरे को interest नहीं, I don't want to do something, there are only 2 ways to make that person do it. One is give an incentive, and second is give a reward, कि तुमने ये ख़त्म किया, तुमको ये मिलेगा. ये 2 चीज़ सब ह्यूमन बींग्स को काम करता है. तो ऑटिज्म में क्यों नहीं काम कर सकता है? वो भी बच्चा है, ह्यूमन बींग है कि नहीं. उसको प्रॉब्लम विद ऑटिज्म, इसको उनको इंटरनल डिज़ायर नहीं है कि कुछ सीखे. तो उसको डिज़ायर बढ़ाने के लिए हमको इंसेंटिव देना है. जब हम इंसेंटिव से थेरेपी करते हैं, वी कैन गेट बेटर रिजल्ट्स. हम फियर से यदि थेरेपी डरा के बच्चों को, इफ़ यू डू थेरेपी आउट ऑफ फियर, यू गेट समटाइम्स लिटिल प्रोग्रेस, बट इट वोंट लास्ट लॉन्ग. तो एम ऑफ गुड थेरेपी इज़ कि बच्चा विलिंगली सीखे और फिर विलिंगली यूज़ करे उसको. तो ये उसको मज़ा नहीं आया सीखने में, then why will he use these words? It seems like somebody has forced him to answer question. So why would he answer? The very essence of communication means it should be a rewarding experience, right? So ABA helps us make it a rewarding experience. क्योंकि जो रिवॉर्ड्स देते हैं हम उसको बिगिनिंग में ज़्यादा देते हैं, धीरे धीरे उसको कम करना है. इसीलिए एक गुड थेरेपिस्ट बहुत ज़रूरी है. इसीलिए हमारा जो ट्रेनिंग है, BCBA का ट्रेनिंग है, उसमें 1500 आवर्स ऑफ क्लिनिकल वर्क है. ये बस थियोरी एग्ज़ाम नहीं देकर हमने किया अपना डिग्री. और उस 1500 आवर्स में 75 आवर्स हमारा मेंटर हुआ, मतलब किसी ने मेरा काम देखा और मेरे को फीडबैक दिया कि तुम्हारा काम ये इसमें गलती है, इसमें अच्छा किया, इसमें इम्प्रूवमेंट चाहिए. इतना हमको प्रैक्टिस करने को देते हैं कि हम अपना काम अच्छे से कर पाए. सो ये रिगरस ट्रेनिंग की ज़रूरत है एक अच्छा बिहेवियर एनालिस्ट बनने के लिए.
So why is there so much confusion now when we speak to parents? They talk about speech therapy, occupational therapy, behavior therapy, and then you're saying ABA. उस पेरेंट को पता ही नहीं होता कि उसे क्या कराना है. So what advice would you have for that parent? What should be the approach?
सो सबसे पहले जो रिसर्च हम बोलते हैं, रिसर्च देखो. एक दवाई हम जब लेते हैं हम रिसर्च देखते हैं ना. हमारा डॉक्टर जो प्रिस्क्राइब करता है वो रिसर्च में प्रूव हुआ कि ये इफेक्टिव है, इसीलिए हम ले रहे हैं. तो हम रिसर्च भी प्रूव कर दिया है कि मिक्स्ड थेरेपी से बेहतर है फोकस्ड ABA थेरेपी फॉर 1 साल या 2 साल. ये फाउंडेशन जो स्किल्स है कि मेरे को अटेंशन पे करना है, इनिशिएट कॉन्वर्जेशंस, इनिशिएट माय नीड्स, आंसर क्वेश्चंस, बेसिक लेवल ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन. उसके बाद if I need higher language, then a speech language therapist can come in. And if I need physical activity, like I want my child to learn to throw a ball, I want him to cycle, all that can come much later. The foundation is best given by research. It's been proved over 50 years of work that ABA gives a strong foundation. And if you get a good ABA center, for 2 years he might come out of his diagnosis or have minimal problems at the end of 2 years.
Okay. So you're saying the first step should ideally be go for an ABA therapy and then see after for 1 or 2 years what more do you need. You may not even need anything.
You may not need anything, or you might need, then you find the professional for that.
Yeah. How should a parent choose the right therapist?
Okay, a therapist has to have a qualification, and you as a parent we should know what is the qualification required. Second important thing is that is the therapist giving you a plan for the month? All right, within a month, after a month of therapy, by the second month onwards, a clear plan can be made. Like ABA gives me very clear way to make a target that I want to teach these 10 things in this month. All right, so the plan is important. Third is parents should be allowed to watch the session. Okay. Because parents' role is very, very crucial. And if we do not transfer the skills to the parent, the learning rate of the child is very slow. Anyway, our kids may or may not respond consistently. So if parents don't know how to make it consistent like a therapist, naturally the progress will be limited.
एक और चीज़ lot of parents says मेरा बच्चा hand flap करता है, हाँ? So hand flapping is, I think, one of the most commonly spoken about concerns that parents have. So how can ABA therapy help in that?
तो ऑटिज्म में हमने क्या सीखा है पता है? We have learned to select the right target at the right time. सब पेरेंट्स आते हैं, मैडम ये हैंड फ्लैपिंग, प्लीज स्टॉप हैंड फ्लैपिंग, मैडम व्हेन ही इज डूइंग दिस, मैडम. आई सेड दैट्स नॉट द प्रायोरिटी. In any problem, we should know where to begin. Then only we can solve the problem, right? So when we have children who come with hand flapping, we analyze and say, when is he doing the hand flapping? Most children are doing it when they are happy. When they see a nice program on TV, they jump and they flap their hands. Or when they are anxious. When they get scared of something, they might hand flap. So it is a sign of some discomfort or happiness. It can be any one. And I say, I don't want to stop that. It's not my first thing to stop. Instead of that, we teach parents to teach the child to ask, teach the child to communicate. Then understanding happens, then I can modify and reduce the way he hand flaps to at a later time. But that's not my first target. So we select behaviors that are crucial for him to be socially acceptable, that is communication. So when you get communication in a child, so many other problems disappear. So we, as ABA therapists, I handle the language component first. Once communication, words get into the child's brain, you see so many things disappear. Because the child also does a lot of other things because he doesn't know how to play. Playing also is affected in our children. They cannot meaningfully play like typical children. So what will they do the whole day? So teach the child what to do instead of trying to stop other behaviors. That is the message for parents. Teach him how to do. Learn how to teach your child what to do. Instead of saying, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this. Change it to come do this. And that changes a lot.
Typically, when children grow up, let's say about 10, 12 years of age, and parents often complain that the child is becoming very aggressive and is hitting things or hitting head on the wall, or now is not in my control. अब वो मेरे control से बाहर जा रहा है, बहुत anger है. What is it that they did not do? उन्होंने ऐसा क्या गलत किया या नहीं किया शुरू में that they could have done in terms of managing the behavior better from the beginning?
So again, ABA helps here also because it gives you why the child is throwing a tantrum and gives the child a way to handle his emotions better. Because if I am upset and if I cannot say I am upset, मेरे को नहीं चाहिए. If I am not able to say मेरे को नहीं चाहिए and somebody is forcing me, what will the child do? He will throw a tantrum. He's trying to say, I don't know, I don't want something. But if parent is forcing, what will the child do? So ABA gives you a way to understand why a child is behaving in what way. And then we find that most commonly it is lack of language. He doesn't have enough vocabulary. He doesn't know how to express. And therefore he is behaving. And also our children do not know time concept. They do not know that jaldi karna hai. And parents are always in a hurry. क्यों नहीं जल्दी कर रहा है? They don't understand time concept. And there we use visual support. Right? So when you use a visual timetable, the child learns, okay, इसके बाद ये आता है, इसके बाद ये आता है. So I don't do pure ABA and structured ABA. I use ABA as the foundation. But we use visual support systems, we use speech therapy because I have done my speech therapy. We use all those skills and help our kids achieve skills month after month. Month after month we can bring change.
So there are still children who don't have speech. So when you say that language develop कर रहे हैं, that language development, and let's say they're not talking, then how do they use the language? Are you telling that language development, then how do they express it?
Yeah, so there should be clarity. We should clarify what is speech, what do we mean by speech, what do we mean by language. So speech means the way I say the word, the clarity, the fluency with which I say a word. Language, on the other hand, means the way I make a sentence. All right? So I can write, that means I'm writing, but I don't have a speech output. Okay? So I can communicate using written language, or I can type. I can make my sentences in any form. I may not be able to do speech, but I might be able to communicate using other forms. So parents have to understand that communication is important. Speech is one way of communication. और जब बच्चा ऑटिज्म है तो स्पीच आउटपुट डिले होता है. It is, we know that speech delay is first sign of autism, है ना? Most parents come कि मेरा बच्चा को speech delay है. So it is obvious that there is going to be a communication speech delay. It's obvious. So we must help parents focus on communication. And then worry about speech clarity much later. So building communication is first priority, not teaching the child to speak. A good speech therapist will not work on saying ah, ooh, because there should be some meaning in that, right? You teach him words, let him understand words. Let them understand what words mean and what are the rules in this world. Then the words will come. And if it doesn't come, then we can help later. But what should happen first is attention, interest to communicate, and ability to communicate and understand language, words. Then only we can work on production.
What is that one hack that a parent can apply to control an overstimulated child?
I'm saying we should, the same question, ask yourself. How do you deal with such situations? You say, I'm scared. I don't want to do this. Or I don't want to do this. But our children with autism don't have enough language skills. Some of them do not know how to express themselves using words. And therefore, they will show the behavior that they are upset. And teaching, that's where ABA again comes in. That if you give them language through the ABA method, it builds the foundation. Language basics come, then anybody can teach this child. Just generally 1.5 years of ABA, then a speech language therapist can work on building the language of the child, improving the clarity of the child. But the first thing that ABA gives is how to express their emotions, how to say no, how to ask. That is crucial to reduce any kind of problem behavior.
And at what age should a parent start ABA for their children?
As early as possible. 15 months, we have first time after, I've been in practice for 22 years, first time a mother with a 15-year-old baby, first time a 15-month-old child has stayed with us for therapy for last 3 months. And we are seeing dramatic changes. So we are very interested to see whether she can get out of the spectrum or whether she will remain in the spectrum. What will be the result after 2 years? But it's very difficult for parents. It's very rare that parents agree to start therapy in India. That's why I'm saying first time. They always are waiting, kuch ho jayega, theek ho jayega, But of course, if you give a child a start early, dramatic changes happen.
So you mentioned that a parent should start ABA therapy as soon as possible. Now imagine the child has grown a bit. So how does ABA evolve as the child matures? Let's say a child becomes 10-year-old. So how does the ABA therapy evolve with age?
See, fundamentally, as a behavior analyst, I am looking at, are the foundations for learning there? Is this child ready to learn? He may be 10 years old, but he may not have any skills of a 10-year-old, right? So if it's autism and if they've not got ABA in a systematic manner or any systematic way, the responding is not consistent, the same principles I will use. I want him to pay attention to my task, build his tolerance to my questions, make him ask questions to me, teach him to ask me questions. And whatever age the child comes, what as therapists we do is we measure where is he today compared to typical children. All right? What is this gap? And to bridge this gap, ABA is the best thing. So when your parents ask me, as he gets older, do I have to continue to use reward? I said, you might continue to read reward if your child doesn't enjoy learning by then. We have children who don't need that much reward because now they like answering questions. They like to do their work. They enjoy doing their work. They don't want much reward. But to build that, to reach that level, we have to start with a dense schedule, as we call it. बहुत reward दे देकर उसको make it learning as a positive experience. उसके बाद कम करते जाओ. So if any age a child comes, my job is first to see where is he today. कौन से skills उसको है, कौन से नहीं है. And then I will choose I need only ABA or do I need to put ABA and speech therapy and what I have to do for this child.
And typically for how many years can the ABA therapy go on for any child?
See, therapy can go on till the child bridges the gap. That's the ideal situation. Parents want the kid to function like a typical child. Some children, because of the degree of autism, they are not able to bring that. So then we give a maintenance plan to the parent. Keep doing this much as a maintenance, because there's a plateau now. There's no learning happening. Then we tell our parents to start just do a maintenance plan at home. It's not that every kid with autism improves dramatically, right? There is a severity component involved. There is a component of parent cooperation involved. And all these factors help. All these factors are important for the final outcome of therapy.
What is that one piece of advice that you will give to a parent that they can achieve this emotional balance in the child throughout till the end? What should that parent do by themselves?
So parent first has to be very calm in the presence of a tantrum. Can you be calm? Or are you reacting the same way as the child is? Are you able to remain calm? Are you able to get the right professional help to understand your child? And third, you have to be consistent in what you are doing for your child. So whatever strategy a therapist does, the parents need training to implement it consistently. And that's what we call as parent coaching. So we offer parent coaching to help a parent become like a therapist and implement a particular strategy in a systematic and consistent manner.
So I was on a recent visit to 3 different cities where I realized that there were older children around 14, 15, 16 years of age who were very aggressive, very angry, having meltdowns. And when I asked the parents, they were kind of clueless. They didn't know how to manage that behavior. And I felt that this is where some kind of behavior therapy or ABA should have happened. So is it possible for a child to come and do ABA maybe when the child is older, let's say 8 years old or 10 years old? Can they start then?
Yes, it's very effective at any age, because ABA is a science of learning. How do I make a child enjoy learning, right? That's the basic principle. कि ये बच्चे को कैसे सीखने में उसको इंटरेस्ट कैसे लाए, उसके लिए हम लोग सब करते हैं. सो 8 year old है कि 5 साल का हो कि 10 साल का हो, लर्निंग को इम्प्रूव करना है. If the child is having behavior problems, means usko
and that regulates the behavior and emotions.
There is a gap in his communication, in his understanding of the basic rules. So definitely ABA brings results. So basically ABA is given there is a thing that only bad behavior we can solve, but actually ABA gives the biggest boon of ABA is how to improve communication. That understanding most people don't have. The foundation of communication is best established using ABA methods. Then later on, I can improve upon it using a speech therapist. A speech therapist can later on improve the language skill. But that foundation, that is best established using ABA principles.
So thank you, Radhika ji. I think I will sum it up with some key takeaways for me, which is the parent has to be calm. They have to learn the therapy by themselves so that they can maintain it at home. They have to start as early as possible, and they should always start with an ABA therapy, and as and when needed, try and include other therapies into the system. Is there anything else that I missed that you want to wrap up with?
I just said we all should work together to create more awareness that ABA therapists are very useful, and increase the numbers of ABA therapists available in the country, and provide insurance for our parents.
Okay. Thank you so much for joining me here on this podcast, Brain in You, and I hope you had a lovely time, and I'm sure our parents will get to learn a lot from this today.
Thank you for having me.